Nonfiction and documentary writers, it looks like you've learned a lesson and things are about to change for the good. Let me tell you how I kind of got there. First off, I need to say that usually a reverse card means blocked, delayed, healing, or internal energy. Now, I feel like a lot of this is internal. To me, it just feels like you've taken notes, you have taken other people's responses, and you have grown from them, have been able to make the project better. There's a little bit more stability with where you want to take the project. You were jerked before, and now you've jerked yourself back on track, if that makes sense. The Nine of Cups is usually about having people that you can invite around your table. I think you're with this, it seems like you're happy being alone. Not like in a bad way. It's more like you've made peace with being yourself. And whoever wants to join you, they're allowed to, but you've made peace with being able to be yourself and not have to worry about what other people think of you. Here you have the Ten of Wands in reverse. Tens are completion in the tarot. When a 10 comes up reversed for me, it usually means the querent hasn't accepted an ending. However, in all of these cards that I'm bringing up, it makes me feel like you've actually learned to delegate different uh, different jobs to different people, and you don't have to have all of this on your back anymore. The chariot is being in control, being the driver of where you want this to go. These sphinxes have an opportunity. If you are driving them, they can go off and do weird things, but you have the energy to, or you have the know-how how to reel them back in and go on the path that you want it to go to. Because this is reversed, it could mean you're out of control, but based on the rest of these cards, it feels like you've been able to control yourself on where you want to go and not be as distracted by shiny object syndrome. A card that's still kind of troubling me a little bit is the Six of Pentacles reversed. The Six of Pentacles is usually an exchange of energy. Now, because the exchange of energy seems to be unbalanced, I think you might recognize that. And that also might be something connected to this Ten of Wands. So it's just kind of something that you might want to pay attention to a little bit in order to equalize that that more. Because of what happened in the past and what you've learned, you now know some new things about where to take the project and how to speak about your project. Pages to me are the production assistants of the tarot. And this particular production assistant is learning how to express his thoughts clearly so that people understand things. So it feels like you've done a lot of work on figuring out what this doc is and what you're trying to say with it, except now it's letting it grow with this new direction. With this Two of Swords reversed, it makes me feel like you have made a decision. You're not holding a decision back or blocking a decision. Usually it could be that, but based on all these other things here, it just kind of feels like you've made a decision and you're going with it. So I congratulate you on that. Here we have the Strength card, and the Strength card, you know your weaknesses and you know your strengths. And so that's what leads you into the delegation of all these different things that you've been able, all these different jobs that you've been working on with this documentary. So you've been able to make friends with your anxieties. You have been able to control your inner instincts and your inner animal. There's still something kind of off with the Six of Pentacles. There seems to still be something that you need to work on though. Because of all this work that you've been doing on yourself and the project and taking it in a new direction, things should start moving here pretty quick. You've got the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands is usually about movement and trying to play catch up with what's going on. Here we have the Justice card, and Justice is about fairness and the law and balance. What you take out or what you give out is what you get back. And it just kind of feels like you are getting that balance. However, again, still that Six of Pentacles there's something inside that it seems to be not working out as strongly as you would like it to. And maybe you need to give up at least one or two more things. You've been able to delegate a lot and you've been able to not carry so much on your back. But there's probably one or two more things that you need to like really be concerned about where you're wanting to take the project. Card on the bottom of the deck is the Empress. The Empress is considered the mother of the tarot. And what are mothers? They are patient, they are let things grow, and they are caring and giving. And so it makes me feel like because of all these cards that have come up, you are being caring and giving to where you're going next with this project. You're also possibly allowing the project to grow on its own and not forcing it into a specific direction. So the numbers you're probably going to want to pay attention to are 9, 10, 7, 6, 1, 2, 8, 8, 11, and 3. Now, if I've done my math correctly, did math wrong again. So if you add all those numbers up, you get 65, and 6 plus 5 equals 11, which is the justice card in the major arcana. Justice is about fairness and the law and what your just deserts or what have you earned, rewards for what you've earned kind of a thing. So that's sort of the ultimate theme of what you want to pay attention to with everything that's going on here. I do pull 3 extra cards, and we have the spark in reverse. I think you've kind of had the spark already, or the spark was on the internal, and that's what's helping you go on this journey. It's what's helping you be able to be smooth sailing going forward. I got classroom. What I kind of thought when I first pulled the card was that because you're doing a documentary, it just kind of makes sense that people will be learning. What I also kind of got with this just now is something to the effect of maybe this is a vision that you can have for yourself and the documentary. Maybe you envision the students watching your documentary to learn something from it. This is the last thing that I got here. It says writer's block often means something in your story isn't working. Can you state what the problem is? Brainstorm some possibilities. And that's probably going to be really connected to your 6 of Pentacles reversed to make sure that exchange of energy is healthy. Elementally wise, we have earth, air, fire, and water, and you're pretty evened out on all of those elements. What I'm going to recommend, though, is something a little different than what I usually recommend. With the major arcanas that you got 4 of them, but you got a fire, water, and 2 earths. So I am going to help you. I think that what will help you balance out this is paying more attention to your thoughts and communication and learning more from the air element. So I'm going to advise you to get one of these cards flipped into a air sign. I would recommend looking at Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. In addition to the air signs that we just talked about, because the Justice card came up twice, I would highly pay attention to Libra and Venus. I don't really know what they're trying to tell you, but their aspects should guide you on what to do next. Look those astrological signs up and really incorporate them into whatever the 6 of Pentacles is, because it seems to be the one that is kind of off with this. And if you can do that, I know that this is Pentacles and not a sword, but I think that the ideas that you come up with the blockages will probably help flip this card over. The colors that you probably want to pay attention to are brown and black. Now, black is, there's a specific black that I'm thinking of, and it's not black like a black t-shirt definite. It's more of like in the distance black. Like we don't know what color these trees are in the back. We've got these bushes back here. We see the bushes, but they're black. Black that's not defined. So I'm Chris, and my expertise helps screenwriters and authors complete 3 to 8 detailed outlines in less than a year. It could go up to 12. It just kind of depends on what your writing process is. I believe that when tarot cards are pulled, a writer can see their project before their eyes before they write a single word. I feel like the intuition to write the story is going to be a little bit more smooth sailing so that they can finish it faster, thus being able to let them work on a new story faster, and thus being able to release more content in order to make more money. If you want to take this a little bit further, I do have a free 15-minute exercise in the link in my profile. There you will see how tarot cards can help you write a complete story in 15 minutes or less. It's an exercise, and it's an experience, and it's free, so go for it. With that, I'd like to invite you to like, subscribe, follow, and share, and I will see you in the next one.